This store once had thousands of locations. Today, almost none of them exist.
The company that replaced it now lives quietly inside almost every home on Earth. This company is worth hundreds of billions of dollars today.
The secret wasn't a better rental store. It was the willingness to destroy its own business. Twice.
One small, frustrating receipt quietly sparked an idea that would end an entire industry.
This is the story of how one red envelope quietly rewired how the entire world watches stories.
How does destroying your own successful business become the smartest move a company ever makes?
One company defended its stores. The other kept reinventing how people watched. So what is the hidden formula behind this quiet, world-changing transformation? Data suggested a breakthrough was imminent, but for the founder, the real work was just beginning. The pressure was immense.
Look at this data point. The correlation is undeniable. We project a 20% growth margin if we implement this strategy immediately.
And returning it a single day late meant paying a fee that felt completely out of proportion. One particular late fee for a return tape would become the industry's most famous origin story. Two friends, both with backgrounds in technology, began imagining a rental service without a single storefront. Their idea was simple: mail a disc instead of forcing anyone to visit a store at all.
In 1997, that idea became a real company, betting on a new, lightweight disc format nobody trusted yet.
The very first version simply charged per rental, mailed out from a small warehouse with under 1,000 titles.
It was small, it was unproven, and it would quietly end an entire way of watching movies.
The pay-per-rental model struggled at first, until the team tried something bolder.
In 1999, the company introduced a flat monthly subscription, FIST, unlimited rentals, no due dates, no late fees at all. That single decision attacked the one thing customers hated most about video rental, directly. In 2000, the young company offered to sell itself to its biggest rival for $50 million.
The offer was rejected outright, a decision later remembered as one of the biggest missed opportunities in media history.
Freed from that deal, the subscription service kept growing quietly through the early 2000s. By the mid-2000s, millions of subscribers relied on those red envelopes arriving right on schedule. Behind the scenes, a quiet obsession with recommending the right title was already taking shape. In 2007, the company made its boldest move yet, streaming video directly over the internet. It was a bet that risked the very mail order business that had built the company in the first place. Growth alone doesn't explain the loyalty. Something deeper was being built into every screen. Every screen quietly adjusted itself, learning exactly what each household liked to watch.
It wasn't about having every title. It was about showing you the one you didn't know you wanted.
A simple countdown before the next episode became one of the most powerful habits in entertainment history.
The same instinct for convenience from that first mailer scaled into an entirely new way of watching. Executives were reportedly told the mail order business would eventually have to shrink on purpose.
Another dead end, until the light caught this. A handcrafted bird in the middle of this mess. What does it mean?
And a habit like that doesn't need billboards to keep growing.
Subscriber numbers kept climbing year after year, largely through word of mouth alone. Its its real advertising became the conversations people had about what they'd just finished watching.
Here is the strategy that changes everything. Stop just licensing shows and start making your own. Most streaming services rented their content from studios. This company decided to become one. Billions of dollars a year now go directly into producing original films and series in-house.
That shift meant no longer depending on other studios deciding what stayed on the platform.
Every decision about what to produce next is guided by exactly what people actually finish watching.
Local language original series, produced around the world, now reach audiences everywhere at once.
That subscription revenue funds original productions, which in turn attract even more subscribers.
This company treats every subscriber not just as a customer, but as an investor in its next story.
Every episode watched quietly reinforces the value of a subscription that funds even more episodes. And because new stories arrive constantly, subscribers rarely feel like there's nothing left to watch. It's a complete reversal of how a streaming service was ever supposed to work.
But this strategy alone doesn't explain everything hidden behind every recommended title. Behind every recommended title is a massive, quiet data operation almost nobody notices.
Every pause, rewind, and abandoned episode quietly feeds into a constantly learning recommendation system.
Even the thumbnail image you see for a show is quietly chosen just for you, based on what you tend to watch. A global content delivery network quietly ensures a show streams smoothly, whether you're in a city or a small town. That data doesn't just recommend shows. It quietly decides which new shows get made at all. A promising pilot can be renewed or quietly canceled, based on how quickly viewers stop watching.
None of it would work without a production pipeline, releasing new content almost every single week.
Every small interruption becomes another signal used to fine-tune exactly what comes next. That short countdown before the next episode was carefully tuned to feel almost impossible to skip.
These aren't accidents. They are deliberate, hidden systems built into every single screen.
The deeper I looked, the more the shadows seemed to whisper. And then I saw it.
Shared viewing habits quietly turn strangers into a community discussing the same plot twist the next morning. An unfinished show quietly nags at attention until it's finally, satisfyingly completed.
This isn't manipulation in the traditional sense. It's attentiveness to what keeps a story compelling.
Because the company only wins long-term if viewers feel like every recommendation was worth their time.
That's a rare kind of habit in modern entertainment, Brunson, and it's incredibly hard to copy.
Competitors can copy the interface. They can copy the pricing. They cannot easily copy decades of viewing data.
And attention, once earned at scale, becomes the ultimate business moat.
Recording notes on the mural at the intersection, the detail in the brickwork suggests a layered history, much like the community itself.
The overwhelming majority of revenue comes from a simple, recurring monthly subscription fee.
A newer, lower-cost tier that shows ads has quietly become one of the fastest-growing parts of the business.
That tier trades a slightly lower price for a short advertising break, reaching viewers who want to spend less.
Multiplied across hundreds of millions of subscribers worldwide, that revenue reaches tens of billions of dollars a year. Beyond video, this company now quietly experiments with mobile games and even live event broadcasts. Each new feature builds one more reason to spend free time inside the same subscription.
It's not one streaming app. It's an entire entertainment ecosystem built around a single monthly subscription.
And every single piece reinforces the same simple promise. Something worth watching, always ready.
This is a business model most competitors have tried and struggled to fully replicate at the same scale.
But no empire grows without serious challenges along the way.
A crackdown on shared passwords briefly frustrated some subscribers, even as it added new paying accounts. A wave of new streaming competitors, each backed by major media companies, crowded the market almost overnight. The cost of producing enough original content to stay ahead kept climbing every year.
In some mature markets, subscriber growth briefly slowed, forcing new pricing and advertising strategies.
Even loyal viewers began asking whether they truly needed every streaming subscription they'd signed up for. The response was a bold pivot, introducing advertising for the first time in the company's history. And yet, through every challenge, the underlying viewing habit kept the business remarkably resilient. Now, this empire is quietly rebuilding itself around artificial intelligence and deeper personalization.
Interactive storytelling and AI-assisted production tools aim to reshape what a show can even become. Live sports and event broadcasts are quietly becoming a new frontier for the platform.
A growing library of mobile games hints at a future well beyond simply streaming video. New production hubs keep opening around the world to support a growing slate of local language content. For longtime subscribers, years of viewing history have quietly become a personal archive of their own habits.
The empire isn't just surviving the future. It's quietly building itself to define it.
But the biggest lesson here has nothing to do with streaming at all. But this company proved that being willing to destroy your own success can be the only way to survive what comes next.
A willingness to change, built into the structure of a business, becomes almost impossible to catch up to. The lesson isn't just for entertainment companies. It's for anyone building something meant to outlast its own first idea. Sometimes the fastest way to grow is to let go of the very thing that made you successful. And build something people invite into their homes, night after night, without a second thought. This is how a $40 late fee ended one industry and quietly built another in its place.